Game Kings, the definition of game, documentary, coming soon. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? And so in this video, I'm going to talk about 7 things men believe about the game that isn't true. Okay, so there's a lot of things that guys hear about the game and it doesn't really apply in like reality, and they'll hear stuff on the internet, they'll listen to stuff on podcasts, read message boards and all different things. And so there's a lot of misinformation that's going on out there. So I'm going to be talking about 7 things that men out here believe, that you might believe about the game that's not true. All right, so I'm gonna go 1 through 7, no order of importance. All right, now the first one I got is the thing that men believe is they believe once they get their shit together, that's when the women will come. Once they get their shit together, that's when the woman will come. Or they think once they get their shit together, that's when they'll be able to attract women. So they think that if they don't got their shit together, then they can't get girls, or they think it's going to be harder to get women because they don't have their shit together. And they think once they get their shit together, it's going to be extremely easy and extremely simple to get women because they have their shit together. Now, see, what you have to understand is that this isn't true, because it's not you getting your shit together that makes you attractive to women. You understand what I'm saying? What makes you attractive to women is your sex appeal. You understand? That's what makes you attractive to women. That's what makes women want to have sex with you, right? Because when guys are talking about getting women, they're not just talking about getting women for friends or getting women just to like have conversations. You're talking about, hey, I want to have sex with these girls, right? So what makes women want to have sex with you is your sex appeal. You understand? And so you getting your shit together has nothing to do with your sex appeal. You understand? See, you getting your shit together is something that you should be doing just as a man. You understand? You should have your shit together. But that does not necessarily make it to where you are going to get women. See, think about it like this. If you don't have your shit together and you have no game, right? Once you get your shit together, you're just going to be a guy who has his shit together who still has no game. You see what I'm saying? So you getting your shit together didn't really change anything as far as your level of game. You understand? It didn't change your behavior when it comes to you trying to attract women. It didn't, change your sex appeal. This is what guys don't get, right? They think that getting their shit together is going to make women attracted to them because they're thinking from a sort of beta male perspective, meaning, well, I guess if I have my finances in order and I have a nice car and maybe a cool apartment, then, I might get some women who will pay attention to me, right? And in some cases, you may luck up and have a situation like that, right? But what happens is that because your game is weak and because you don't have that sex appeal, right? You're usually going to be the type of guy who, maybe gets a girl just by being at the right place at the right time. And the only reason she's dealing with you is because you have certain things, maybe certain resources that she can take advantage of, but she's not really that sexually attracted to you because you don't have sex appeal. And your sex appeal is a combination of, your look, appearance, and your behavior. You see what I'm saying? But see, that's not really about you getting your shit together. You understand? You're getting your shit together is a whole separate thing. And this is what guys need to understand. So when guys think, well, I'm going to get my shit together and then the women are going to come, that's not true. All right. So that's number 1. Now, moving on. Second thing men believe about the game that isn't true is that they think that older men can easily get younger women. They think older men can easily get younger women. See, I see this a lot when I watch a lot of red pill videos with dudes. They always talk about women hitting the wall and, you guys can just get a younger chick, get with a 20-year-old and all this other stuff, right? And what guys don't understand is it's not that easy for older men to get younger women. Now, if you're an older guy who has game, if you're an older guy who, is in shape, you understand? If you're an older guy who, his mouthpiece is tight, he's doing his thing in that sense, then yeah, you can be able to pull some younger chicks, right? But the average older guy, you understand, just because he's older, and a lot of guys think, well, men are in their prime when they're older. Yeah, if they are on point, if they have game, if they got their look together right, if they, you understand what I'm saying? If they, have their mouthpiece right, if their shit is on point, then yeah. But the average older dude, right? Let's say you have a guy who's 48 years old. The average older guy is not pulling 19 and 20-year-olds on the regular like that. And truth be told, this is what usually happens. A lot of these younger women, when they get with older dudes, in a lot of cases, they're looking for sugar daddies. You understand? I've had I've had younger chicks try to hit me up on some sugar daddy shit, and I'm like, fuck out of here with that bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? But some of them do that, right? And so you might have the guy who is the fucking 48-year-old dude or 50-year-old dude who, he's dealing with this chick who's 19 or 20, but he's tricking. Now, this doesn't mean that it's happening for all older guys, but it does happen. You understand, in a lot of cases. So it's not that older dudes can't get younger women. It's just not a thing where it's a prevalent thing where guys think that it's the norm. You understand what I'm saying? Because men have this fantasy like, oh, well, when I get older, or I'm getting older or whatever, and I'm just going to get me a young, hot, sexy 21-year-old and everything's going to be all good. And I'm like, sir, reality is knocking at your door. If your game is whack, it ain't gonna happen for you, buddy, or you're just gonna be tricking. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it is, right? So now, number 3. Third thing men believe about the game that isn't true. They believe that choosing signals means that a woman likes you. They believe that choosing signals means that a woman likes you. Or they think that it means that, they're gonna get the girl or have sex with her, right? And, the thing about choosing signals is just an indicator that a woman may have some interest in you. You understand? May have some interest in you, and you don't even know what the interest is, because a woman could be choosing up on you because she thinks you're a trick. Just like I said, you have that young girl choosing up on you because she wants you to be her sugar daddy. And you thinking that she's choosing up on you because she wants your dick. You feel what I'm saying? But you don't know why she's choosing. Or let's say sometimes she is choosing you because, let's say, she's sexually attracted to you, but then you approach her and then you start talking to her and she, it's not feeling you. So even though she was choosing you, you approached and now she don't like you anymore. So even though there are certain situations where choosing signals can indicate that a girl is actually interested and things can progress to that next level, there are a lot of times where choosing signals won't necessarily mean that she's into you. You understand what I'm saying? So to take it all across the board to think that, oh, well, I'm waiting for choosing signals, I'm gonna just wait for choosing signals, you're wasting your fucking time. You understand what I'm saying? So understand that just because a chick is choosing you doesn't necessarily mean she likes you. All right, now, fourth thing that men believe about the game that isn't true. They believe that telling a girl straight up that you want to fuck won't work. They believe telling a girl straight up that you want to fuck won't work. So they think that, a lot of guys think that if you straight up let a girl know you're trying to fuck her, you're trying to hook up with her, like all you want to do is have sex with her, and you're just being straight up and honest with it, they think that that's not going to work. They think that you can't do that. They think that, women aren't going to go for that. And the reason why they think that is because in their experience, they've never done that. But also they've never done it because they're scared to do it. And they are living a lifestyle where they're the type of guy who takes chicks on 3, 4, 5 dates, wines and dines her, does all this other extra shit to try to get pussy. So the thought of even, making that happen seems crazy to them. And also because what they're doing is they're running into a lot of women who are saying, hey, I need to get to know you, and I'm not the type of girl who does this and who does that. You understand? And so they believe this shit, and they go along with that. So when a person's telling them like, hey, look, you can just tell these chicks you want to fuck, they're like, no, that's not gonna work. That ain't gonna work. Oh, that's only gonna work if you're really good looking, or that's what they think. But again, that's coming from a beta male type of perspective, because that's the type of energy that they're getting from these women. They're getting the type of energy where women are telling them, I'm not that type of girl that's going to sleep with a guy on the first night. Meanwhile, that same girl, she ended up sleeping with some guy on the first night, 2 days ago. But when it comes to him, this is what she tells him. And then this is why he believes that you just can't tell a girl you want to fuck, because in his reality, in his experience, that's not what he encounters. You understand? But you can absolutely tell chicks you just want to have sex, because women want to make it happen also. You feel what I'm saying? Women want to get down. Women like sex just as much as us. You feel what I mean? So don't think that you can't tell these chicks you want to have sex. If she wants to have sex with you, she will have sex with you. It's that simple. You understand? I've been in situations where I'm talking to a girl for maybe 10, 15 minutes. We just going back and forth, kicking it. And then she's the one that would bring it up even before me sometimes. She's the one to be like, hey, do you want to come back to my place? I'm like, all right, cool. And we fuck when we get to the crib. You understand what I'm saying? So look, guys, just understand that these chicks out here want to get it in too. All right. So now, the fifth thing men believe about the game that isn't true is they believe that game doesn't matter if you look good. They believe game doesn't matter if you look good, meaning they think that, if you look really good, you don't need any quote unquote game. But, I talked about how your looks is actually part of your game anyway. So either way, you're still applying game, because game is just a strategy of how you're going to get the shit popping with the chick. You understand? And so, but the thing is also, even going off the whole, you don't need game if you look good. The thing is, you can look good and still have no sex appeal to the girl. You understand what I'm saying? Or you could look good and your mouthpiece is whack and your energy is all off. You understand? Or you're not confident and that turns the girl off. So if you're just relying on the looks but everything else sucks, it's going to be hard for you out here in this game. You understand? So guys need to understand that, it's not just about the looks thing. And, I've talked about that like a million fucking times, right? Now, number seven, I didn't say number 7, we're up to number 6, my bad. Number 6, the sixth thing that men believe about the game that isn't true is they think that you shouldn't validate women. They believe that you shouldn't validate women because, again, it's funny, a lot of this stuff is beta male shit, but it's because guys say don't validate women because they think that when you validate a chick, when you compliment her and all this other stuff, you're gassing her head up and she's always getting gassed up by all these guys, and it's going to make it harder for you to get her because you're validating her and all this other shit, right? Now, see, what guys don't understand is if a girl is not into you, right, it doesn't matter if you validate her or not. Right, so you're sitting there thinking, well, I'm not going to validate her, and I'm gonna get her to chase my validation. She ain't chasing shit if she don't like you. You understand what I'm saying? So if you approach a girl, you start talking to her, and she's talking to you, she's going back and forth with you, and mind you, a girl talking to you doesn't necessarily mean she's interested. She's just talking, and you're sitting there thinking, well, let me not validate her. Let me not say anything that's going to validate her. First of all, you approaching her and talking to her is validating her in the first place. That's one. But two, let's say you're like, well, I ain't going to compliment her. I'm not going to do any of this stuff. But the whole time she's not feeling you anyway. So you're sitting there trying hard not to compliment her or validate her or whatever it is, and she don't give a fuck. Why? Because she's not into you. Now, on the flip side, right, if a girl is into you, right, and you don't validate her, right, it doesn't matter because she was already into you, so you're just wasting your time, right? So the fact that she's into you, you could have just been, doing whatever you need to do to make shit happen and made it happen. Now, on the flip side also is sometimes what'll happen is a girl may be into you, and let's say you are that attractive guy, you are that on point high value guy, a girl is going to be into you, and because you're not validating her, she's going to think you don't like her, and because she thinks you don't like her, she's not going to get with you. You understand what I'm saying? She's not going to make the effort to try to make something happen with you because she feels you're not interested in her. You understand? So what that means is that a girl may think you're attractive, may be interested, but maybe a little bit intimidated. So the fact that you're not validating her is backfiring on you because now she thinks you're not interested. See, this is something I had to learn, when I was doing my thing or when I'm out here doing my shit, because, there were times where I'll be dealing with chicks and there were certain girls that I almost didn't get because they thought I wasn't feeling them. And then, like, I remember I think I was at a party or some shit like that, where I'm talking to some girl or whatever, and I'm just like, I'm not even doing this on purpose. I'm just kind of like, just having a regular conversation with her. You understand what I'm saying? And then I stopped talking to her for a while. I started talking to some other people, and then I saw she was leaving. She was putting on her coat, and I stopped her. I said, hold on, wait, before you go, let me get your information. Let's like hang out and get together, whatever. So we exchanged numbers or whatever, and we got together, and then she told me that she didn't think I was interested. Like, she was surprised that I asked for the number or whatever, right? And then she was like, oh, I just didn't think you were interested because, you wasn't really showing any interest, at first. You see what I'm saying? And so what happened is that she wasn't really going to try to do anything or push anything, but she thought that I wasn't interested in her, which is why she didn't come back to talk to me for the rest of the night until I, grabbed her when she was getting her coat. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is that sometimes it's, important to actually validate the chick so that she knows that you fucking like her. You understand what I'm saying? Because the thing is that if the girl is intimidated, right? She needs some sort of sign that you are actually interested in her, right? So that she can be responsive to you. It's just like, let's say, for example, you see a hot girl at a party, right? And let's say the hot girl's friends are like, hey, make sure you don't validate these guys. Don't do anything to let them know that you like them so that they can chase you, right? And now let's say you're looking at this girl and she's not looking at you at all, and you're interested in her, but you're kind of intimidated because she's a hot motherfucking chick, and you're like, God damn, this chick is bad as shit. She's out of my league. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say, right? Now, wouldn't it make it easier for you, right, if she smiled at you, right? If she was giving you a quote-unquote choosing signal for all you choosing signal guys, right? Now, if she was giving you that choosing signal of smiling at you and winking at you, right, wouldn't it make it easier for you to go and approach and want to fuck with her? You understand what I'm saying? So the same thing happens when you're dealing with women who may be intimidated by you. The fact is, when you tell the girl you're interested or you give her a compliment or whatever, that's showing your interest, which makes her want to fuck with you more, just in case she was intimidated by you. And this is the thing. If you are that high value, on point guy, there's going to be a lot of women who are going to be intimidated by you. You understand? See, 95% of the women I would say that I approached, and hollered at, I complimented them. Like, usually that'll be the first fucking thing out my mouth. I walk up to the girl, be like, yo, listen, miss, you are sexy as fuck. What's your name? You understand what I'm saying? And just like that. You understand? And we start talking, I either smash that night or I exchange numbers. I get her the next day, whatever. You understand? So you thinking that you shouldn't validate women, that's more of like a beta male, low value type of, behavior. You understand what I'm saying? Because what you're doing is you're trying to not validate her on purpose to try to sort of get her to chase you because you think that's the way to get the girl to want you. You understand? But again, if she's not feeling you, she ain't gonna chase anything. And on top of that, if she is feeling you and she is intimidated by you not validating her, you're making it harder for yourself, right? Now, the seventh and final thing that I have on this list that men believe about the game that isn't true is guys think that there are good girls and then there are sluts. Okay, guys think there are good girls and then they think there's sluts. Like, they think there's two different types of women. And what you gotta understand is that the good girl and the slut is the same chick. You understand? Dudes out here stay trying to find virgins and shit. Trying to find virgins is like trying to find a unicorn out this motherfucker. It's trying to find Bigfoot out this motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? Now it's not to say there ain't no virgins around, right? But they're far and few in between. You understand? And a lot of dudes, they're always looking for this quote unquote good girl, the girl who hasn't had a lot of dicks in her, hasn't had a lot, a large body count. You understand? They're always looking for that. I don't know why. I don't know what the fuck the big deal is. But dudes stay looking for this shit, right? And so they want to differentiate between the good girl and the slut, right? And you have to understand that they're all the same woman, right? Now, they're all the same woman in the sense that, let's say you have a chick who's been fucking a whole bunch of dudes. Like, let's say she has a body count of like 75 or 99 or whatever. And one dude, she's going to have sex with him immediately. The next dude that she meets, she's going to pretend that she's not that type of girl. She's going to pretend she's some goody two-shoes type of chick who doesn't have sex and doesn't do any of that stuff. And, I got to get to wait. Like, look, let me tell you guys something. There was a chick that I smashed once in a blue, right? And this chick, she has sex like crazy. You understand what I'm saying? And so the last time I was chilling with her and we was hooking up, she told me how she was seeing this dude. And this motherfucker took her out on like 4 or 5 dates already. And she told me that he fucking, like, he just kissed her on like the 5th date. That was the first time he kissed her. You know what I'm saying? So he's taking her to the movies, taking her to dinner, all these other different things. And then he just kissed her on like the 4th or 5th date. One of them, I can't remember exactly which one she said. But I'm just sitting there like, really? I'm like, really, my nigga? And, he's probably thinking, oh, she's one of those good girls, those goody two-shoes girls that's not out here having sex all the time. And I'm like, man, it's just funny when dudes be thinking this shit. You understand? So you have women who are like that, and then you have women who are actually out here not having a lot of sex, or had maybe one partner or 2 partners at this point, right? But see, and most guys will consider her the quote unquote good girl, right? But see, the way I look at it is this. You know how they say strangers are just friends you haven't met yet? I say good girls are just sluts that haven't been slutted out yet. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And see, the reason why it's going to happen is because there's guys around like me. And when I say guys around like me, is that I was the guy, and I don't do this as much anymore, but I was the guy who would, purposely, and sometimes not on purpose, it would just happen this way, but a lot of times purposely, I would know that a girl, or I would be in a situation where I had information that, hey, this girl right here is, hardly was with anybody. She was in a long-term relationship and she just got out or whatever. So she was one of the girls whose body count wasn't really that high. You feel what I'm saying? And so I would just purposely, get it in with her, because I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's up. Let's get this shit going. So I would make it happen. So imagine, there's other dudes like me who at the time, you're fucking for sport, because it's just like, you young and you got a lot of energy and you just trying to get it in. You feel what I'm saying? And so it's just fun to be like, okay, let me just smash this chick. And then she gets smashed by another dude. You feel what I'm saying? And the thing is that they're all gonna make this happen. And what I'm saying is this: of course there's exceptions to the rules, and of course there's gonna be girls out here who are virgins that, you probably gotta catch them like when they're young, you know what I'm saying? But and there's girls out here who aren't doing it, as much as the average chick. But trust and believe, the percentage of, women who are out here getting it in versus the ones who kind of aren't, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And the older you get, and the more women you're dealing with who are your age or older, or who are of your age. So if I'm 38 years old. So if you're my age, or even if you're a little younger, maybe you're in your early 30s, or even if you're in your late 20s, you understand? if you're dealing with chicks your age, you feel what I'm saying? You're going to, you're gonna run across women who've got it popping. You understand? And the thing is, I still, somebody needs to explain to me, what's the big deal? Because I keep hearing the whole thing about the body count and how you can't pair bond with the body count. And I'm like, I don't know about that, bro. Because, I've been with my wife for almost, 14, 15 years. She got a high body count. Been with my girlfriend for almost 5 years. She got a high body count. I was just on my live stream the other day, and this girl who calls in Mimi, who claimed she was an escort. You understand? She got some ex-boyfriend that she can't fucking leave alone. She's bonded to him. She got a high body count. I mean, I don't understand where the people, the chicks can't pair bond. Somebody please explain to me. You feel what I'm saying? So just understand that, the good girl and the slut is the same chick. You understand what I'm saying? Do not be out here believing some chick talking about, oh, I don't get down like that, or I don't do that, and I'm not that type of girl, and yada, yada, yada. Bullshit. All right? So, guys, remember, make sure you check me out. Click the link below. Go to greatlovedebate.com to get tickets to see me this Wednesday at the Great Love Debate, and I will holler at you guys later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Now, before you go, make sure you click the link below to get your free copy of the audio program, Undeniable Game. This program is going to teach you 7 easy-to-follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. In this audio program, you'll learn exactly what you need to do to become that confident man women are attracted to. You'll also learn what you must do to become better at approaching and talking to women. You'll learn why women don't return your calls and what to do to increase the chances of women returning your calls. You'll also learn the only time you should call or text a woman. You'll learn how to start conversations with women. You'll learn the mindset you must have to be successful with women. You'll also learn the main thing you need to do to figure out if a woman is really interested in you, and much more. So make sure you click the link below to get your copy today.